What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz, about to go through for the first time PWCC's monthly auction. I believe it's ending in like 8 days or so. I'll find out when I get into it. Kind of just want to go through, see kind of some of the stuff I'm looking at, just get a general idea of what's in there exactly. It's got to be a whole bunch because it's a little over 6,000 cards the last I saw. So let's jump right into this, all right? Shall we? I'm going to minimize this a little bit so you guys can see what I'm actually looking at. And I got two screens, so I'm not looking directly at the camera. Sorry about that. Going to jump into monthly auction. So those of you that are not familiar, PWCC is back up again doing monthly auctions. They were on eBay. There was a big spat. Now they're doing it on their own website. Every month, things tend to get better. So they've been getting better and better with their whole system, the online bidding on phones. Everything is looking much smoother. I've even sold a few things through their fixed price, and that has gone very smoothly as well. Can't complain. So I'm going to filter this for, I guess I could just hit Pokemon. Type in Pokemon. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully this isn't completely slow. So we do have 6,106 items. This is more than the last auction, which kind of blows. So it's okay, but I'd rather see 4,000 something. I cannot take the time, say 6, that's, imagine 5 seconds times 6,106, total of 30,530 seconds, 508 minutes. So it would take me a total of about 8.5 hours to view each item if it took me 5 seconds each. Because, and that's without clicking on it, looking at the back pictures. That's absolutely insane. I don't have 8 hours to sit here and look at all these. So what I do is I'll filter through things I'm looking at and go from there. Similar to golden auctions, a bunch of the BGS stuff like this is, you can't really tell the condition on these because they're the way they're made, which is very fortunate for them. But big fan of Top Sun. I have a binder that's probably 70% complete of all blueback Top Sun cards, and that is a sweet binder. I would love to get a card ass one. That would be really cool. I'm not really out looking to buy any of them right now. But the way, again, this auction format works, if you do not place a bid, so this is ending in 4 days. Way off. Thought it was 8. 4 days. So in 4 days, the auction, say it ends at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., if you didn't place a bid on an item, you won't be able to bid on it after 7 p.m. I don't know how many times I've said that, because golden auctions is the same, but they're worse because their extension periods are insane. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Whereas this, there's one 30-minute window, then a 5-minute, and then I think after that there might be 2 5 minutes, I don't know, but it's way shorter. Usually within the hour, every auction will be completed. Way better. Versus golden, which lasts 2 to 3 hours for every item to finish. Yeah. So, what I like PSA 10 Zapdos, because that's what we're really here for, right? We're here to see what I'm looking at. So I want to see what is out there for me to look at during this auction. Not a whole lot. Don't really care about this Fossil Zapdos. Don't really care about this Japanese Rocket Gang Strikes. I want the English one. This is one of the main English ones I'm missing. Not a whole lot there. That's pretty bad actually. Pokemon first edition PSA 9, because I'm looking still to complete this set. I don't even know. I'm terrible at keeping track. I have about 10 of them for this set of the hollows. I need Gyarados. So that, oh, yep. Need Mewtwo. So on my phone, I was able to go through this a little bit. As you can see, I already favorited these. I swear I didn't do that, though. I must have. Sometime. Must have been like right when it dropped, because I hardly remember him looking at this. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to filter for my favorites now. I'm going to filter these and see what I already touched. It's likely, because I don't remember, it probably just did first ed base. Yeah. So this is a complete set, PSA 9 set. That's cheap, because Zard itself is selling for 25 to 30 grand in a PSA 9. And this is a complete 102 card set. Poliwrath, okay. Venusaur, really cheap. Venusaur, really cheap. Okay. Really cheap. Mewtwo's been selling around 2,000 to 2,500. Gyarados has been selling around 1,500 to 2,000. Poliwrath's been about 1,000 or less. And I don't have Poliwrath yet, or Gyarados, or Mewtwo, or Venusaur. So, I'm going to go back here, unclick favorites, because reasons. Come on, Jim. Yep, so cheap Blastoise, too. These are Blastoise. One sold on eBay recently on bids over $6,000, which is extremely high. Have a Raichu. Prices on these have been going up. That Blastoise sale was huge. Huge. Over $6 grand. And that thing, people were struggling to sell them at $5 grand for a while. Crazy. There is a lot of non-hollow first edition base PSA 9. That's 17 pages? That'd be crazy. Okay. I didn't type in base. Okay, let's type in base. That's all WotC sets, basically. That's the only ones that had the first edition in it. Still 88 results. It's probably still what, 4 pages? Yeah, 4 pages. 4 pages of PSA 9 first edition. So if I just drop the PSA 9, there's probably a butt ton. A butt ton. Man, this takes a while to load. That's some like Grand Theft Auto 5 loading screen stuff for you right there. Charizards. No PSA 9s for Charizard selling except for the one in the set. So Exhibit A. This PSA 8 is already 7 grand. That's crazy. Yeah, 10 pages of first edition base. It's probably the highest one, quantity wise. For sure. Another one I like looking up is Expedition. Because I love Expedition, which is why I have so many of the rare reverses. Figure out adjust my lighting real quick. Always Japanese Expedition in here. Ooh, that's another thing I want to look up. CGC 10s. Yes, you got 6 pages of Expedition. Half of them are probably Japanese, which seems to be the way it trends. Lots of CGC. So I'm gonna look up, see how many CGCs. I forget what it was. There's a lot of CGC Expedition though. CGC Pokemon. So it was what, 6,100 or something like that. So 2,300 of the 6,000 are CGC cards. Versus BGS, who has 281. That's crazy low. See, I could go through those quick. Bada bing, bada boom, done. If I was only looking at BGS, it'd be easy just to not look at BGS though. So I wonder if I can do Pokemon minus PSA minus CDC. See if that works now. That would be smooth. Yeah, no. So that's the way I search on eBay when I'm looking up stuff. If I want to fine tune and find exactly what I'm looking for, if you hit the minus button, then whatever text like minus German, minus Japanese, it'll help eliminate some of the stuff in your search engine, your eBay search, I should say. All right. So I want to look up high bid Pokemon. Re-update this. See what's bumping off the rails. Okay. High bidder. Oh, that's me being high bidder. Got it. All. I need to hit one of these filters up top. Trying to see what item has the most money attached to it. Oh, you can hide. That's smooth. That's new. You can hide the filters on the left. I feel like that's different. Oh. I don't like that. Those are way. This is like eBay listings. Not terrible. Oh, you can hover over them. That's not bad. Something about this though, it looks nicer. Do 24 items, whatever. Huh. How do I look up the highest bid? Live. I got that. I don't think I can. What the heck's going on? All right. Featured. Highest bid first. There we go. Knew it was somewhere on here. We're getting there. This is the A+ premium content you're all here to see. Not paying for it, luckily. Booster boxes. Not a whole bunch of them. Guess we'll see as we go down. No base set, at least at the top here. PSA 10 Crystal Charizard, PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza, Japanese, PSA 8 First Edition Charizard. Bunch of overpriced promos. I will never understand. Like, I understand the crossover. It's cool. There ain't no way in hell I'm ever spending $7,000 on 4 cards that are promos that were pretty decently produced, only in Japan, which is why there's a limited supply here in the United States. Because not everybody in the United States got them. There's still a ton of them over in Japan, I can assure you. But man, that's, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I like knowing some of the stuff, the quantities. First edition Rocket, first edition Gym Heroes, bunch of garbage. First edition Jungle, another couple Master Scrolls. Sasuke is PSA 9, PSA 9. Man, every one of these I see is such a high grade. There's a BGS 10, which is amazing because all the foil on this. And there's tons of 9s and 10s. PSA 10 base unlimited Charizard's nice. Okay. Championship Arena 2005, $5,200. I guess. PSA 10 at least. Yeah, no base set booster boxes. That's crazy. Mysterious Pearl. I know Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles bought a couple of these, I thought. At one point. Sandstorm, 9.5. See, let's see if this is a 9.5 deserving of it, or is it a PSA 9? Okay, so good subgrades. When you're looking for subgrades, you want to see the centering as the worst one, because usually they're pretty harsh on centering at BGS. Usually, I would say, and CGC. I would say even a CGC 8.5 centering could achieve a PSA 10 based on their criteria. Definitely a 9. This 9 could definitely achieve PSA 10. But the biggest thing is having these corner surface edges as the high grades. Because if this corners or edges was a 9, likely there would be a dot of whitening on the back, which pretty much automatically makes it a PSA 9. Like this is not, I wouldn't even call this whitening. It's kind of just like the glare. So yeah, this has a solid chance at crossing to a PSA 10 because the centering is the low grade. So that's a solid 9.5. It could get better by having 10 subgrades, but you can't win them all. So I guess we're just going to scroll back to the top. I'm going to scroll back down. I wanted to check this Crystal Charizard as well to see if this is a 9. So this one, we'll see here. This has a 9 corners, same amount of 9.5. So you got 9.5 centering, edges, and surface. Whereas this centering here doesn't look amazing because this is pretty fat here and not as fat there. So I guess this is a 9.5. It looks worse than the other one. So yeah, you got an obvious white nick on the corner, which when you get a 9 corners, you're gonna have a nick, which will give it this would hit a PSA 9. So the people paying premiums for BGS 9.5s when it clearly is a 9, or I wouldn't pay a 9.5 price. I wouldn't be going over a PSA 9 price on this, and especially because of the chunky plastic. If you could tell, I really am a big fan of BGS. Their black labels are cool looking. They got that going for them. I got one of those. So since I just picked them apart, I'm going to look at this PSA 9 Gold Star Charizard. And it doesn't look like centering's the problem. Centering looks pretty good. Look at the back. Likely he's got a white nick somewhere or something. Or it could be surface. Surface is the toughest to see, but it does have 2 white nicks. One on the bottom left, one on the bottom right. But one on the bottom right's barely there, so usually a PSA 9 will have like at least one corner with a white nick like that. And those are just out of the pack like that. It's not damage. PSA 10 should not have any of that. Should have like an extremely minor flaw anywhere. Yeah, it's this one is tough. Because if that's the only issue, I could see it being a 10. You can't see really, like, with these pictures, you can't really tell, is the surface good? You can't see print lines in these pictures or dents or ding. Like, you can't see that type of stuff in these scans that they're doing, which is unfortunate. But there is some expensive cards. Another Crystal Charizard 9. This is a cool card. It's got the 3 starters and Pikachu on it. BGS 9 Gold Star Ray. So let's check these subgrades. So this is a 9 with an 8.5 corners. So this thing probably doesn't look too pretty. Centering left to right's a little off. Top to bottom's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. This is probably a PSA 8. This one's got some decent whitening. You got some down here in the bottom left. A little bit on the left edge. Some more on the top left. And this, for all purposes, probably lighting, but which is why I send cards to CGC, because when I know I'm not getting a 10, it'll get a higher grade. Like, they grade basically the same as BGS for all intents and purposes. Which is why I cracked those two Shadowless cards, Shadowless 5s, and I got a 6 and an 8 from CGC. Or, yeah, 6 and an 8. So just, they grade easier. They're less harsh on your whitening, your binder dings. They don't care as much. I got a binder ding T17 first edition Typhlosion that got a 8.5 from CGC. They gave the Surface a 7.5 with a binder ding. So it's just stuff like that. You want to be smart with who you're sending to. If you're chasing 10s, don't go to BGS or CGC. Just set those boys aside until PSA is cheaper than $100. I really would like one of these Blastoises. If somebody wants to gift me one of these Blastoises, you'd be a legend. Don't see myself dropping $6,000 very soon. Shadowless BGS 9. Gotta do it. I gotta look because we're here for it. Similar, 8.5 corners, 9s all around. You couldn't even give this boy a solid 9. Gotta do them like that. And this thing is chewed on. Little Johnny. Like, they were generous. Generous. There ain't no way in the world this is a 9. Look at this thing. This is like a PSA 6 or 7. This slab says mint. A 9 is mint. If somebody listed this raw on eBay, I would be upset if it was anything more than light played. But then you have these grading companies calling cards mint. You will never see a CGC 9 that looks like this. I've never seen a CGC 9 that looks like it went through a wood chipper. Wow. Like this, I could see is cut edge or bad lighting. I don't think that's damage, but the corners, each corner is pretty rough. This one up here is definitely not normal. Each corner is pretty beat. So those BGS collectors out there, just be smart, because you can have 9s like this. Which blows my mind. The amount of money people are spending on BGS. I guess anything really. Does 9.5s pull a premium over PSA 9s? Buy the cards, not the grades. I cannot say it enough. It's actually insane. Obviously, you do have some PSA cards that don't look like 10s. Like this. Did I look at this one already? I feel like I looked at this. No, I looked at it 9. So this is an 8. This card's way cleaner than that Shadowless 9 BGS Charizard. Again, can't tell surface really, but man, this thing looks much cleaner. For just one little nicks in all 3 corners. So people need to start cracking these slabs from PSA, man. I'm telling you, I should probably start a business buying PSA 6s and resubbing them to BGS to make money. Just printing money. PSA 10 sample Pichu. That's cool. Black label. Oh yeah, I want to look up CGC 10s. I want to look up CGC 9s now just to kind of see. So we're going to look at CGC 9 highest bid. So these will be decent priced cards. 9.5. Here's a 9. So that one had an 8.5. Yes, this is all solid. This is a solid 9, you would say, because it's got 4 9s. There's no 8.5 subs or 8. So the top 2 corners are mint. Bottom left corner is mint. This one's got a little bit of whitening. I would call that a PSA 9 all day. But again, can't see surface, and likely this has print lines. Centering is pretty solid, and it got a 9. Just getting hosed. Look at the centering. I don't look bad. Neither is this centering. Like, it just blows my mind. That is a clean Charizard. CGC 9. What are we doing here? Okay. 9.5, 9.5, 9. I want to look for one with not amazing subgrades. That one's got even better subgrades. This one probably looks almost mint. So the crappy part about CGC, when they ship their slabs, they get dust all over them. Dude, that's annoying. Yeah, similar type setup. It's got one little nick on the corner, which fully respect it. Fully respect that as a 9. That BGS 9 Shadow Lizard, they just wanted to print a 9 on that boy. That was scary. Was that 9.5 subs or 8.5? Looks like it has an 8.5 on there. 8.5 corners. Let's see what an 8.5 corners looks like on this one. I love looking at this stuff. This is just further educating me for my grading. And this thing has got a little spot. I don't know if that's a spot, and that's a spot. So each corner has the tremendous, terrible cutting done, but man, that thing looks like I'd say could have almost pulled the 8.5, but the edges, I guess, were really good. Surface is okay, and the centering's really good. But yeah, I'd say this card is leaps and bounds past that Shadowless 9 from BGS. Leaps and bounds past it. With an 8.5 subgrade. It's not right. It's not right. Look at all these cards without subgrades. These expensive, semi-expensive cards. Like, I don't know. To each his own, I guess. I only get no subgrades when they don't give them to me and I pay for them. These ultra modern cards just not getting 10s. Alright. Last thing I'm going to look up CGC 10s real quick. And leave it at that. We have a total of 3 cards. Wow. All Japanese. Oh no. Non-Japanese. Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. Choose up to 2 Pokemon in play. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon and evolve it. Shuffle your deck. You can't use this card. The supporter. Yeah, it's not amazing, but couple Lugias. CGC 10 Lugias, but they're Japanese, man. Like, I can't. I'd say 19 out of 20 CGC 10s are Japanese. I want to look up BGS 10s. There's probably more BGS 10s. And they have 1/10 of the amount of slabs. But I think there's a lot of people speculating on CGC going up in price after they drop their pop report. Yeah. 9, 10 of them. BGS 10 Celebi Japanese is nice. So these are all Japanese. Japanese. English Black Labeled Charizard. That's pretty cool. That'd be fun to watch that one. See how that does. I mean, yeah. Is this a 9.5 centering? Oh, 9.5 edges. But with these backs, you can't really tell. Let's see. I mean, yeah, can't see much. Anyways, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Hopefully some of this was any type of helpful. Let me know down below what you think. Are you looking to buy anything on this? I am definitely gonna be looking and following some of the first edition base stuff. Nothing else really besides that. Nothing. I haven't done a big deep dive, and this was kind of got carried away looking at some of the grades, comparing them like I always do. Hopefully it was some type of educational for you, but yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace.